All right, we're live.
Nice.
There we are.
I'll send you the other one. You don't have to play it yet, but you can play it later if you want.
Okay. I have a
Oh,
good one.
never mind. I sent the wrong one. I gotta find it. I thought it was in this chapter. I sent you the wrong one.
Um,
We'll talk about it though. I gotta
yeah.
find it.
Um, yeah, we got. I got. I got two videos to go through. We got just another week, Dan.
It's another week of great content during your insomnia.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The nights.
I thought we cured that together.
Yeah, no, no. The nights that I don't indulge in some Eddie spaghetti, I just stay up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny that
Up,
way,
Dylan.
right?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna get back into for a while I was doing yoga and meditation before bed.
Yeah,
Um so I need to get back into the swing of doing that. I
yeah,
felt like that helped me sleep pretty well.
I still do it.
Yeah, that the Apple Fitness. Um it's it is a good product. I probably wouldn't pay for it if it didn't come with if it didn't come with my Verizon subscription. Um I
I
mean
mean,
this is
the
look,
video people need this. This is a good one
yeah. Um I thought to myself
because they're
today,
looking at you right now
yeah.
in the video, being like, this guy's doing yoga."
I I I thought to myself today, I was like, I have a couple pairs of prescription sunglasses. I don't know why I'm just not sunglass guy on the podcast, you know?
I mean, it kind of works for you, especially with
I'm gonna
the
try out.
Adidas
Yeah.
tracksuit. Yeah,
Yeah, it felt right to it felt just natural to do that for the first sunglass guy episode.
you're like
Albie's most wanted.
you're like a South Philly like Albanian.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that. Um Spring training kicked off. We're so back.
Oh yeah. Caught the first game against the O's when we were sundown in the tap room. So caught that one.
Wednesday, Wednesday, their 1 o'clock game against the Yanks is gonna be on TV.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
a
other one
little
was on
day game.
Comcast, which was great. Yeah,
Yeah, a
and like
little day
Sunday.
game action.
Nice.
Ain't Nutch, ain't Rinconis is a stud. Yes.
I've seen Arroyo hitting some balls.
Yeah. Day baseball just hits different. Day
It
games hit
does.
so different.
We talked about it, what, 2 episodes ago?
Mhm. Especially like the work day. Throw it on, working on one screen, throw a game on the other, or have it
Yeah,
on the TV in the background.
which is nice because you can treat it like a radio if you're like you got a
Yeah.
project or something comes across your desk that
Mhm.
really need to focus on, so you just kind of you go radio mode, but every now and then you can kind of glance over and catch an at bat. It's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, it's great. And it just I feel like it makes the weather feel warmer.
Man, I gotta tell you,
It does nothing good.
snowboarding in 60-degree weather on Saturday was a vibe.
Yeah.
They had New Trail pouring samples up there. They had a whole,
Ooh,
they had this
with the
whole,
bear?
little setup, man. And no, inside in the main, cafeteria, they had this big,
Hmm.
New Trail table set up, had a bunch of trail marker. So they were really pushing the old trail marker from, our episode with Mike. So it was a vibe up there for
I
sure.
mean, I'm not gonna say we were the launching pad for Trail Marker, but I mean, kind of.
Oh man, we're the launching pad for the 15 pack,
Yeah.
24/7 though.
The I did just see Trail Marker at Giant yesterday, 16-ounce cans.
Yep. Yeah, they got the 16s out there. They have Imperial Trail marker. It's hitting the shelves this week too.
I like it. I like it a lot. A lot, a lot.
Log it.
A
Log it
lot, a
all
lot.
up. Ooh. Holy shit!
Yeah, picked it up. Nice.
Damn,
Nice.
it sounded like you dropped something on the floor, like it reverberated off of the floor into the speaker.
Sick. All right, Dan, I have 2 videos for us to get to.
Good lord.
Um, have you seen the foreshadowing meme that's been going around?
Ooh, there's so many. Which one is this one?
So this is foreshadowing. So like I don't want to give it away. Just it's a foreshadowing.
If I
It's a,
recognize it, I'll be like, ah, yeah, this is the one. Okay.
all right. So I'm gonna get this here. Oh.
I found out the hard way the last time that I tried this. And I haven't seen this done with any other sodas before. And I just don't think it's going to be easy.
It just keeps going. I don't know why. The cutting is perfect.
No.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
My favorite part of that, what makes me,
Lord.
what really, what really, and this person, the comment says this is the best video on the whole internet. Might be right.
The cutting of the foreshadow. So is this something where they just cut in like what's gonna happen in between like the video?
Yeah, it's just that these people, like the thing is, this is a movie, or this is a video from the woman's name is Grandma Sandy, but they take this video and they cut it up, and it's just foreshadowing. They just call it
So
a foreshadowing meme.
it was funny because they reversed it like 2 times
Yeah.
during that too, and it just got even funnier.
My favorite part of the not even the foreshadowing, the end, when it's spraying all over and she goes, "Oh no, not again." Like this has happened before. So she's doing this and expecting a different result. Oh, let's hit it one more time, Dan.
I found out the hard way the last time that I tried this. And I haven't seen this done with any other sodas before.
Oh, so okay. So she did another video where she did Mentos in Coke. So now she's doing Mentos and Pepsi and somehow expecting a different result.
This
And I
definitely is
just
not gonna
don't
go wrong.
Yeah.
think it's going to be easy.
Good lord. When it goes backwards is the best.
No.
Oh, not again.
Oh, perfect. Tom,
yeah.
you really know how to bring this podcast in.
Yeah. So I thought I'd step away from the norm of really dog shit music. And yeah, just go with a good, hearty, funny video.
I know that was a wholesome, like classic internet, like
Inoffensive.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a good one. We're gonna reverse here, and we're gonna visit an old friend, Dan.
Oh, he's on the gram now.
You recognize that feller?
Oh,
Man,
do I am.
he is looking worse for the wear, Dan.
Man,
If you look, let's see, can I?
His stunts are aging
revealing.
him like a US president.
He looks bad. He looks like a sun-dried tomato.
Oof,
Like
look at him, man. The years of jumping into stuff for a whoop whoop is definitely weighing on him.
It makes me think about like how long we've been doing this podcast. Like he was a youthful-ish looking guy when we first started this podcast, and now here we are. And
Tom, do we look this bad?
probably.
Okay.
Probably. Do you think we have like more of like we have body dysmorphia, but it's like, like a better way, like we see ourselves better than we actually look?
I feel like
reverse body dysmorphia.
Yeah, for this podcast, I think, because man, this podcast hit me at a time where I was drinking some beers. Let me tell you,
Slinging them back.
slinging them back. Little less beer nowadays,
Yeah.
but damn.
All right, let's see what old Superhuman's up to.
This is Superhuman TV show. Today I'll be running to the.
Oh man, he is.
Oh, the delivery, the start was not
Oh man,
ideal.
he's got a mouthful of loose marbles, man.
Yeah. It's Superhuman TV. Oh.
Kids,
Fred.
Yeah.
meth is not your friend.
This is for the juggalos and juggalettes. Do not try this at home.
It's just take a multivitamin, man. Like something's lacking, like you iron deficient. I don't know. The energy just isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Or is it like he's been doing it a little bit longer than we've been doing this podcast, and he's just doing the same shit over and over again. I love this comment. Honey, he's outside again.
I mean, I feel like I'd be that neighbor back there. That's my umbrella.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's see.
How did he run in lowercase?
Oh man. Whoa, we got a little Pizza Phil in here. Phil Bosco. Did the same alpha male camp as me. Oh man. All right. Let's see.
I'm the class, guys. Huh?
Well,
I tricked Phil Bosco into showing up for the podcast with the title of the video.
Oh, nice.
Fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Nice.
Oh my god. Look at Mike Locke
Oh,
showing up. What a
look at that.
what a time to show back up. Everybody's showing up when we don't have a guest.
Good Lord. Shaped like a pear.
Fuck this shit. Woo, 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 woo.
I love the crack. But wait,
There's more.
there's more.
I'm not fucking done yet.
Whoa.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, still better than the Flash movie. Oh, Dan, he ascended upon my algorithm.
Another
And-
Oscar snub for 2025 right here.
Yeah. Superhuman ascended upon my algorithm, and I took one look and I was like, man, he is worse for the wear. What is this? This is Warak?
Never
Is the
heard
guy
this, but
coming out of the
I
fridge?
like the idea of the guy coming out of the fridge to finish the rap. Would have been awesome if he had a friend in the fridge.
That would have been, yes. Yeah.
Like to come out with maybe a Roman candle or something.
Yeah. Or the old trope that like a little person pops out of the and punches them in the nuts or something.
Oh yeah. Like dressed like a court jester.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like a little
Perfect.
juggalo. A little man, that's a juggalette.
Well, no, I mean, I feel like that's like Lil Jug, like LIL
Ooh,
Jug.
yeah.
Like, remember the little jugs when you would get them?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a little juggalo, little jug.
You know what, Dan?
I wish we were recording. That would be the name of the podcast, but it's still the pre-show.
Some little jugs.
Oh
Made it back just in time.
We have to record a new one of those, or do we just hold that place in history right there?
We've been saying that forever. I wish we should have just done one of us just standing in the empty 420 Tap House, like the end of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Did that this this
did you?
weekend? Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Good for you. Good for you, Dan. Good for you for taking advantage of the opportunity
Of an empty space, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're back. We made it for another week. We got no guests, just us again. But we're going back to our roots, Dan.
Oh, we are.
Just got Minnie there for a second. We got little jugged for a second.
Yeah, we became little jugs there.
Yeah, we became little jugs there.
Had to catch the podcast pregame, guys.
Yeah. Go back to that. Watch it on YouTube. Watch it on Twitch. Whatever. That's what I meant to bring something up, and one of those things, like I wanted to bring something up on my tabs, and I just forgot what it was. But yeah, this is the best friends podcast in the world. I am your host, Tom, aka
you got something now,
aka Dr. Depression, aka Daddy Longballs, aka the Hamburglar, aka Lil Stank, aka Rugrats in Paris on the orange cassette, aka Lord Farquaad.
God damn, I'm not even, and I'm Dan, aka just stopping there.
Should have named you Lil Stank.
Honestly, I'm a little taken aback now that you're bringing these intros back.
Yeah, we may. I don't know. I might keep it going. I need to have like these the
Elon with the sunglasses.
Elon with the sunglasses.
There it is. There it is.
All right. Sure.
He's looking into Social Security right now.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about Nazi Germany on this podcast. So it's kind of fitting.
I feel like we have those signs at I feel like we have those signs at workplaces for injuries. This podcast has gone 7 days without speaking of this, and now we have to reset it back to zero.
You see, Dan's going over and just wipe it off.
Did you hear the dry erase marker?
All right, everybody. We're back for another episode. It is still 2020 vibes. We're getting back in the swing of things. It's been a while since you've had a pick here, Dan.
Yeah, I've been curating my own playlist. So every time I'm out in the car, I just start putting stuff into a folder of 2020 vibes so I can bring them to the table. And this one came out of my usual algorithm. The hardcore rap and Wu-Tang that I listen to on a daily basis is unhealthy, but just the vibe I'm going with.
Why is it unhealthy, Dan?
I mean, it is a lot. I don't even stray from the path. I'm in the car. I'm like, I wonder what Ghostface Killer's doing right now.
Okay.
I'm like, Raekwon, right. Take me to Giant.
All right. Yeah, so we're back. It's a 2020 vibes. This is a Dan pick. In reality, it's the Moana soundtrack.
Actually, if my daughter's in the car, it's Peppa right now. Huge Peppa soundtrack right now. She's reverted back to Peppa. We thought we got her away, but she came back.
I've been on a heavy dose of the Divorced Dads playlist. The vaunted Divorced Dad playlist
from the Dark Father Dylan.
Yeah. It's made me realize two things, Dan.
What's that?
Separating the art from the artist. They're pieces of shit, but lost profits rule. Dude, the music rules.
It's a tough take, but yeah,
the music rules.
There were some jams back in the day, man. That's a tough art from the artist right there.
Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja. I can say, like, look, we're just listening to music.
Nah, I don't know. That's a tough take right there.
So that,
but it does rule.
Yeah, that and Skillet might be the worst band of all time.
Absolutely,
they might be across music.
That generation that was like, how can we be 3 Days Grace?
What's a challenging take?
What
which take is challenging?
You know which one's challenging, Tom. You don't need
I don't know what's challenging about that. I said they're pieces of shit, but the music is good.
I think he might be talking about the Lost Prophets one.
That's what I mean. Lost
okay.
Prophets. They're pieces of shit. That's undeniable, but the music is good. There's been several cases of that.
Not as bad as this one.
how many people listen to A Day to Remember and they're like, well, I'm just going to forget that guy like sexually assaulted a bunch of people, but whatever.
Yeah, well, I don't listen to them either, but man, the Lost Prophets one's a tough pill to swallow.
It is.
Man.
It's probably one of the worst. You handling it well.
That button's usually reserved for me.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It's 2020 vibes. We are starting right now.
Man, just chill. This is a Monday night. This is a Monday night tune right here.
I mean, it's very Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked before the show. It's like Wu-Tang and Gary Clark Jr. did a song together.
Yes. Yeah,
that blues rock with like a steady hip hop rhythm in the background.
Yeah, it just if it had some kind of like 70s kung fu random quote before at the beginning of it,
it would have been chef's kiss. Perfect.
Yeah. Bosco brought up a good point. Lost Prophets spinoff band. Who is their spinoff band?
I don't know.
No Devotion? No, that's not it. Is it?
I'm not even gonna look that up.
Oh, they did No Devotion. No Devotion is the band without the diddler, without the ditty.
Without the diddler.
Yeah, No Devotion.
Oh man,
I came back after all this time. You guys have fan tree. We've always had the intro video.
Yeah, we've had. Yeah, you probably haven't caught the intro in a while. We've had it for a minute, but hey, it's been a while since we've had the great Mike Locke.
Yeah,
checking in on the podcast.
Welcome back. I'm sure he has a lot of time on his hands. All right, and guys, you know what we talk about here. Give us a follow and a rating. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can give us a review. Spotify, give us a comment. The bit, we're going to do it at the front of the episode this time. Bit, the bit left another comment last week. 250 is no small feat. Of course, I listened to the entire podcast, which we called out.
Yeah, we did. We did call out. And he kept his receipts. He keeps his receipts.
His Hall of Fame entry suggestion is Iron Hill Russian Imperial Stout. It probably has 1 million GABF medals. 1 million.
It's like the Michael Phelps of medals.
Yeah. It just, yeah. I don't know what these emojis are.
I'm sure he's just having his time at his
just sitting at his Eddie Van Halen bar.
Yeah, I was about to say it. It's like the Eddie Van Halen bar.
Yeah. We don't forget.
No.
All right, so we got another episode for you guys. We're going back to our roots. We're featuring one beer. If you were one beer, everybody knows the rules. I don't either. I'm sorry. He's just talking to us through emojis like an old man.
Yeah,
we're going back to
dad response with the thumbs up.
Yeah, just thumbs up. Yeah, we had a baby. It was a girl. Thumbs up. Yeah. So if you saw our Instagram post earlier today, you know what we're doing. We are going to be featuring a beer that when we saw that this was coming out, and we got Dylan, who always makes our trips to Human Robot for us. we saw that Human Robot was collabing with one of the Old Glory favorites here, Schilling
yeah.
Beer Company. We said we had to get it, and
Absolutely.
we both put in our orders. Good, Dan. You were going to finish.
I was going to say we were absolutely enamored with Schilling.
Yeah,
I mean, that was one of the best beers we had drinking across Old Glory, doing the original 13, and kind of just run down the East Coast a little bit. Stopped in Littleton, New Hampshire, checked out Schilling, and man, we were in love.
Yeah, it's so much so that we looked at the property up there.
We were Zillow hunting. And we were checking out our next move because Schilling just looks like a place I'd hang out.
Yeah. So this is a dark lager, an English dark lager, English style dark lager, based on historical brewing records from UK in the post-war era. We present Publican's Lager. We started with crisp malts, Hannah variety, grown in the UK with seeds from Moravia and Moravia. Is that what it is? Moravia,
maybe.
Moravia. Grown and floor malted with crisp malting. This rustic Pilsner malt has a distinct grassy, hay-like character, which gels so well with continental hops. We cereal mashed flake corn, also from crisp, to keep with the characteristics in historical brewing techniques of the time. The dark amber color is mainly achieved through the addition of dark kettle sugar, hop through the
Styrian Golding
with Golding and Hellertown Mitterfrüh. While this beer has a nice malt backbone, generous hopping keeps it dry and refreshing.
Oh yeah, gotta love a malt company that just hits the bullseye on a brand name and just calls themselves Crisp.
I mean, there is some copyright infringement. I will be messaging our good friend Mike LaRosa and letting him know. All right, so Dan, we have Publicans. I don't know if you did any pre-gaming with this, but
are you virgin taste buds on this bad boy?
Yeah, this is a virgin voyage for me, maiden voyage for me.
Ooh,
I've been really looking.
This.
I have been looking forward to this all day. So we got Publicans. Let's give it a crack, Dan.
Great artwork too. I love it.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Just nice and clean. That was one thing I was saying when you open this up is you just, I don't know if it's like a lack of smell, but you just get this like clean lager smell. And I always say it's just like the absence of everything. Like you're not getting like a total like sensory bomb like you would if you were like inhaling a hazy IPA that you just cracked. You know, you're not gonna get all that hop like aromas and stuff. With this, you just get a clean malt character on that. And I mean, just a glorious looking beer.
Yeah.
Tom, use your light, gives it more justice there. Yeah, I mean, you can honestly do the podcast through that if you put that over your face.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you can see you talking. There you go.
My Lord Zordon.
Power Rangers.
I mean, it looks beautiful in the stange. The amber color is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Daniel,
cheers.
Sancha.
Oh, beautiful. I had to go with the Human Robot mug as well. This mug was hilarious. I stopped in Human Robot one day and Ken was there and I was buying some stuff on the way out and I was like, hey man, do you got any like glassware? I wanted to like grab a mug to like take home. And he just like walked back and grabbed one off the shelf and goes, here you go, man.
This is wonderful.
Oh yeah. This is like, I mean, you got that hop, that dryness and that refreshing crisp like snap from the hops right there that they were talking about, but you have this also just a malt backbone on this is beautiful.
I was not expecting to be this flavor bomb that it is.
Oh yeah,
there's so much going on. It's super bready,
yes.
With like that like a little bit of like that pepperiness from the noble hops, like much more pronounced than I was expecting.
Oh yeah,
but it works really well.
It gives you that snap after you get that like
Mhm.
very man. I'm using a Tom word from the early aughts. Very complex malt flavor that you get from this, and it goes right into that snap of that refreshing, peppery, like hop characteristic right there. It's lovely.
It is, dare I say, a symphony of flavors, Dan.
It is a symphony of flavors, Tom. And I just started laughing, by the way. I'm like sitting and doing this podcast now. It's my first time doing the mug while I'm at the standing desk. And I'm just sitting here. I'm just going to lean back for a sec so you can see it. This is how I'm holding my mug. just sitting here like I'm enjoying my morning cup of coffee, like off the back of my porch. Like, yes.
Speaking of like early Tom stuff, this head is outrageous. Like it's not moving.
It don't quit, man. It don't quit.
No, it is and it's like clinging to the glass.
Oh yeah. Mine has been relatively clean. I think with the Stange, you're getting a more condensed head right there.
Yeah.
With mine, like I mean, when I pour into my human robot mug, I'm dunking this thing in here. Every time I get a can from them, like this is my celebratory mug where I dunk a can in there. So like the head kind of dissipates rather quickly.
I mean, look at this thing. This head, it's been a couple minutes now. And this head is still going full force, full throttle. Charlie's Angels too.
Yeah, human robot head game strong.
Oh man, this is delicious. And you know, it had a lot of high expectations going into it. I mean, obviously of human robot, but Schilling has put out some great stuff, and
I think this was the right beer for them to collaborate on, the right style.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't disappoint at all. It's absolutely fantastic. I am very happy that I got a 4-pack of this.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah. I honestly, no, I don't know what I could possibly say about it. It's wonderful. Wunderbar.
It's got like a taste, like that breadiness. It's got a flavor of like, I don't know, like pretzel almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like a very good, like German pretzel. Like, I don't know, something about it. It just has that, flavor to me where like some breweries, they're dunking pretzels in their beer, making pretzel beer. Like they were able to achieve what I get from pretzel beer with this malt.
Yeah, some breweries just take shortcuts and dump a whole bunch of like Philly Soft Pretzel Factory pretzels into the mash, and whatever.
It's no one we know at all.
No. Nobody that we know would ethically do that. Like they would.
It's funny. No one would do that. But I gotta say, every brewery that I've had, I'm still sitting like this. But I gotta say, every brewery I know that's done a pretzel beer, I've never hated it. Like I've always had good pretzel beers. Even somewhere I'm like, this brewery makes a lot of junk, but this pretzel beer rules.
The thing is, like most of the pretzel beers that you have, those breweries rest on their laurels and they brew a beer and they put a little bit of salt in there and they go, we're going to brew this so it tastes like a pretzel. Some breweries just phone it in and they say, you know what? We just need a shortcut. So they just dump a fuck ton of pretzels in here. What could go wrong?
I feel like you're hoping that he's just like listening into this, right?
He will. He will. He might not tell us. One day we're just gonna get a random text that just says "you bastards."
Exactly. I don't know when he listens or how far back he is, but one day we're gonna get a text, and it's just gonna be like, "You sons of bitches."
Yeah. No, I've already shamed him for it. I've said it to his face.
Nice.
Yeah. This is. I think that's a really good description. He wouldn't dare. I mean, it is his time to go out. The sun's down, so He's safe now. Yeah, the your description is spot on. It does have a very like pretzel-like characteristic to it. It's really, really nice. It's just I feel like now that it's like starting to get a little bit more towards room temp, that pepperiness is getting less intense.
Yeah, that's where I started getting the pretzel more, is when the pepperiness and the snap started going away. You got like a full on like malt like bomb, where I'm getting the complexity of it and I'm getting pretzel out of it when I'm drinking it.
You know what I'm kind of getting, Dan? Sourdough pretzel.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a good like German like sourdough pretzel, like like the real ones.
I feel like if you flake some salt in here, you'd be like liquid pretzel. This is liquid pretzel.
So it reminds you of like unique pretzel, like splits.
I didn't like that little.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about buying splits at the grocery store.
I like I've been liking the little sourdough nugs.
The nugs are nice. I used to get remember the tubs of sourdough pretzels that were just broken up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
they were
purposely broken up. Yeah, they're purposely like broken up and you never cared. You were just like, you know what, little chunks of pretzels here or there.
I don't even know if they were purposely. I think they were all put in the package as full, but then I just imagine they all got delivered to the store like the beginning of Ace Ventura.
They have Ace Ventura doing the delivery.
Yeah.
Just the box getting hit by the elevator.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what else to say about this beer. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy it.
Absolutely. Great beer. Having a feature where we agree on 100% right here. This is one of the best that we've had in a while, and wouldn't expect anything less from Human Robot, as well as new to the podcast, but instantly being a lager goat, in my opinion, Schilling.
Yeah.
In fact, my backup beer is a Schilling beer, so
I might go. I might go double publicans. I don't know.
Double pub in case we go long. Did I give you a land beer from Schilling? Ooh, I gotta get you one. Gotta get you that land beer.
Gotta get me that land beer. So it's now officially March. We're getting into the March Madness time of year, and we're talking about English styles. I mean, we'd be remiss if we talked about them early in the podcast. The Bit brought this up. I think
he made a great point too. Yeah.
Forest and Maine is bringing back yet again March Mildness.
I was about to go like bum 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 like football, but I have no idea what the song is for college basketball. So
I don't know what it is, but I bet if I heard it, I would be like, oh yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, huge fans of March Mildness throughout the years. It's okay that Forest and Maine doesn't want to come on the podcast, but we do enjoy their beers. We have a lot of respect for what they do. Oh, there it is. Yes. That's the college basketball soundtrack right there. Love it.
Oh man,
I'm excited for this year's mild passport. March Mildness is going off. We checked out the list before the podcast, and it is stacked.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're watching right now, here's the QR code. Go ahead, give it a scan.
Scan your screen.
What is that's is that New Jersey? Up
Where?
here? Up top. Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, it's like Long Island.
No, that's New York up here.
Yeah, it's New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Human Robot just released theirs.
Yeah, here we go. I mean, just look at that. Starting here. Ton of breweries.
Oof. Jesus.
Attic, Gusto, Sacred Vice, Wild Fern.
Oh yeah, Gusto did it last year. That was awesome.
Bomb Place, Human Robot, ARS, Tonewood.
Autodidacts up in that North Jersey area, so I know they
Trouble's End.
Yeah, Trouble's End's got a great I mean, they always have good English styles there.
Yeah. I mean, they're the offshoot of Forest and Maine.
Yeah, they definitely have some the strong ties there.
Dan, good news for breweries in PA. They can at least get one checked off the passport.
Well, they get two. Brothers Kirshner's on that list too.
Are they?
Yep. Number 9.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, they can get two stamps on there.
Stamps on their passport.
Congrats, guys.
What was that song with the stamps on the passport? Who did that?
I have no idea.
Oh, that rap song. It's gonna itch at me this whole episode, but I'm not gonna look it up.
Dan, I will say, we've outlasted all of our enemies. we have outlasted, we have outlived, we have stood tall over the graves of our enemies.
I don't know if we stood tall, but we sat and casually watched the demise.
Stood tall over the graves of our enemies and peed on them. Like we should make those we should make truck stickers of us peeing on our enemies' logos.
Oh yeah.
Calvin, yeah. Yep. Little Breweries in PA logo, little imprint logo.
Oh. Forgot about them.
We've done it. We've done it, Dan. And to quote another podcast, suck our dicks to all our enemies.
It's great. It's great.
But I do love
deep cut right there.
Yeah, the list on here is fantastic. Yeah, Carbon Copy.
Yeah.
Cartel. Man, there's some great ones. I mean,
Crime and Punishment is in that.
It's hard to read with these sunglasses on.
I haven't had this Brass Collar Brewing from Souderton. That'd be interesting.
Patio Brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Oh, Oak Flower. Yeah.
Good.
Damn, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Anyway, Forest and Maine is the brewery. They're out of Ambler. They are doing the March Mildness passport, so you should be able to pick up a passport at any participating brewery. They keep the passports there, as well as the stamps. There's stamps at each brewery. I know Rebel participated last year for it, so yeah, most breweries that are participating will have the passports and the stamps available, to my knowledge. So check it out. If not, check out Forest and Maine and Ambler.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a good excuse to get out and try different breweries. It's a really cool initiative.
I like it, and I like the style too. It's a great style, and I think it it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
You know who's going to be balls deep in March Mildness?
Who's that?
Our last adversary. Our last adversary. The one we haven't stood the test of time against.
The one we've tried to mend fences with.
Yeah, we tried to break bread with him. We were like, you know what? We're going to break bread with this.
He might be
on the podcast.
He might be an even bigger enemy at this point.
Broke my heart.
Yeah.
Broke my heart.
I don't know. We'll talk about it on a Richie's podcast when we go on in 2027.
Oh, did your invite get lost in the mail? I just got a friend request from Richie, so I don't know if he's watching right now.
Probably not. I don't think he's watching an episode that he hasn't been on.
Nah, he's out there. He's watching. Someone liked our stream here. Let's see who liked it. Oh, looks like Pat Williams did.
Mm-hmm. So Dan, we came up with an idea last week, and we need to start hashing this thing out. We need to go from idea to actual concept.
Ooh, brainstorming session. I love this.
Yeah.
Perfect content for a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, we're men of the people. We do this live.
We'll take the ideas from the crowd as we go. But I feel like we brought this idea up last week. You've sent some amazing AI artwork over to us for this. It's time to brainstorm. I agree.
So we talked about this, and I think it's something that we really need to bring to life: the Craft Beer Hall of Fame. And I thought I was like, man, they already called it the Craft Beer Hall of Fame, and they put brewers in for some reason. They're not really important.
Yeah. So there was it was about it was brewers, authors, and just innovators in the brewing industry and stuff.
Just the most ridiculous concept. Just celebrate the beer. That's what really matters. They called it the Craft Beer Hall of Fame. I thought about the Hall of Fame of craft beer, but it just seems weird. Hall of Fame of craft beer. I don't know. Does it writing it down, it didn't look right, but it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound bad. Hall of Fame of craft beer.
So Mike missed our he texted me on the side, missed our little our subtle nod to our biggest adversary. Later on, he has no idea who Alan is.
Really?
Yeah. We'll have to indoctrinate him later, maybe after this segment, but just keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah. Okay. So we're an open book, Mike. You can just say it on the podcast. We don't care. We've never been one to shy away from calling out our enemies. And like I said before, suck our dick to all our enemies.
We're gonna get a copyright suit for that. I hope.
Probably.
Because I just want to hear it read in a courtroom.
Yeah. So Hall of Fame of craft beer, focusing on the beer, the real star of the show, right?
Yeah.
We need to figure out the parameters of what goes into this. How many beers are going to be entered into the Hall of Fame each year? How are there rules around it? Does this beer have to have been around a certain amount of times? Does it have to have above a certain untapped score?
Yeah. I feel like there has to be a level of notoriety. It doesn't have to come from any one single determinant for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we should kind of look at it the way we looked at it last week with like Hall of Famers for like football. Mm-hmm. Like how many get chosen every year and like go into the, like what percentage, like the average percentage that actually go in.
Yeah. And like, do we take nominations from the field? Or are we like the be all end all?
Do we choose, let's hear me out on this, 2 beers each, and then a fifth is chosen from the crowd?
Oh, okay.
We choose one that someone nominates, and just be like, yeah, honestly, guys, don't throw junk at us. It has to be good. But suggestions, we'll throw out some things on social media to get those suggestions. And then a fifth beer would be the People's Choice. 4 Hall of Famers and then a People's Choice Hall of Famer.
I like that. The People's Choice. Okay. So I think we should say we each choose 2, right? We each nominate 2.
Yes.
Of those 4, 2 go in.
2 go in. I like that. Yep.
And then whoever comes out as the people's champ, like Paul Wall.
Okay.
That beer goes in.
Got it. Okay. Alongside our winners then.
Does that one, that's the Paul Wall honorary people's champ.
Ooh.
Inductee.
The Paul Wall.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. So now nominations.
Okay.
What kind of beers are we looking at taking it? What beers should be eligible? And is it just, are we doing strictly craft beer? Like, can people nominate a High Life or a banquet beer?
Ooh, do we do like a macro like choice? Do we come in with our 2 and 2 with like a macro choice and another choice? We could go by like legend status or like, legacy status first, and like try and see if we can just poke through all the legacy ones first before we choose anything like more current. So what year, like how many years should we have in there as like the first determinant for that?
I think it should have been offered in more than 3 years. So like,
I mean, that's a short amount of time, I think.
You think?
Yeah, because I mean, if we're going to be choosing, like, I'm talking about like legacy brands and stuff first, like, do we go with like and defunct brewers? You could talk about I mean, like, you talk about like Ballast Point and stuff like that. The Anchor, like Anchor Steam. Like, I would nominate Anchor Steam in the Hall of Fame immediately.
I think we should be non-discriminatory. I think it should just be the Hall of Fame of beer.
Yeah, Hall of Fame of beer.
Yeah, stouts.
Yeah. I mean, that's another, like, there are defunct breweries that we can discuss, but there are legacy brands I feel like we should kind of pour through before we pick up anything more current within like the last like 3 years.
Well, no, I mean, I think the beer should have been offered in multiple years, because there are more current breweries that are offering really good beers that do
like
come out more
one-offs.
often. Yeah, not one-offs.
Yeah. Yeah, like rotational beers that come through, and definitely put some, respect on some of those, especially ones that have, had impacts and stuff like that.
Now, does the beer have to be widely available?
That's another thing. I think that's another determinant. It should be something that's a little bit more available or has like a history, like a footprint of being available. But then again, like, you miss out on some of those like older brands where, like, they were known for being tough to get.
Okay.
Like everyone, it was so hard to get Hill Farmstead back in the day, but now, like, you go to any gastropubs getting like 1 or 2 kegs from distribution that they're throwing on, all of a sudden like Hill Farmstead's out there. But like Hill Farmstead is, it's not something I would nominate immediately, but that would be that would be an example of something that's not widely distributed, but also holds high regard with people.
Yeah, right. I like that. I like the idea, and I already got the gears are turning.
I've got my short list already, so
yeah, I'm thinking of, like, I already got, yes, I have. If you and I come to the podcast, we have 4 beers.
Yes.
1 beer is on each of our lists. Is that an automatic entry?
Yeah, is that an automatic entry? Just goes right in then?
I think that should.
That's unanimous. Just
yeah. Yeah. And then there's 2 more beers we have to choose from.
Yeah, and that's where, if we agree on, I mean, Tom, we might agree on more than one in any given nomination. It could happen. There could be the perfect game of the Beer Hall of Fame. No strikes, or no hits, not a single walk, just right in. Tom, what are you drinking over there?
I've got Jesus, man, the name Breitenhopf.
Oh, is that the 5-year?
Yeah, the 5-year aged hop. Mine Hopf.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's another human robot. It's an aged hop lager. Yeah, it's been aged 5 years.
It's that's a great beer. Absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I've already got the gears turning on what I would want to nominate.
Okay. I've got my short list going since we talked about this. I feel like we definitely have to make strong debates for legacy brands first and kind of work our way towards like those newer, more captivating breweries, but we got to put respect on some of those names. And I do agree we have to put some macro representation in there.
I think it should just be non-discriminatory. I think it should just be whatever beers get nominated. It could be,
like it.
Yeah. Like I could come in with Banquet and High Life. It's what we come in with.
Nice. I got a little shilling here.
It's a Coors Banquet and what other four?
Ooh, Coors Banquet. Yeah,
I mean, it's hard. I got the Banquet Rodeo neon right behind me. It's on brand.
Oh, Banquet is I don't know, man. We get that first list together. I don't want to influence the list based on this conversation. I think I have a list going. I will preface that Banquet wasn't on my first list.
Honestly, I don't think any macros are going to be on my first ballot.
I got one.
Yeah?
Got one.
Okay.
We'll talk.
Yeah. And we just need to figure out how to get the engagement from the listener base to.
I feel a People's Choice Hall of Fame ballot is definitely. I feel we have to do that, and we should. How about a town hall debate? We bring on the the person who nominates the one that like the one where we're like, this is perfect People's Choice nomination. Now come on and defend your beer. A town hall debate.
I would not be against that.
Or you can write in debating your beer and then we can just trash whatever you write in, but it would be more fun if you came on.
I think maybe we put one of those like the Instagram stories of like, what beer would you nominate?
Yeah. And we just go through the answers. Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, an industry person vote.
Ooh, so you have the People's Choice, and then do you have like the industry choice? Ooh, man.
The brewer's choice.
And that's a town hall right there. We get the brewer to come on and defend that beer.
I mean, I think we can reach out to enough like brewers and like insiders that we can say like, what's your nomination?
Yeah, man, Mike is just pouring ideas into us for more content. Thank you. Thank you, intern Mike.
Yeah, I mean, that's we got this is the brainstorming session that we needed, Dan.
This is exactly what we need to do. Yeah, we need to hash out the Hall of Fame. Tom, you have some good artwork on the way for it.
Yeah, I feel like next week we come prepared with 2 each. We get this kicked off. A little bit more. Mike said, "Ask that Allen dude. He has checked in 2,500 on Untapped."
Yeah, I sent him his profile. I sent him the profile.
You're a little back.
Mike's getting educated.
Yeah, you're a little ways back. He's almost at 2,900 at this point.
Yeah,
it just pops up on my algo now.
I know.
My algorithm.
I hate it.
Beyond cooked.
I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of a follow until he responds back to us.
Well, we had to follow him to get a response.
Well, no, my personal page. He's not getting a personal Dan follow there.
He might never get a personal Tom follow. I mean,
Mike's gonna have fun with this page.
Yeah. We're gonna be getting messages from Mike at like 3 a.m. like, God damn it.
Oh man, we ruined Mike's otherwise peaceful Monday night. Industry fist shaking at its finest.
All right. I like where this is at. I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like we're gonna get this done. It's gonna be the first one, and then we just build from there.
Yeah. First one is where we're gonna work out all the kinks. It's like it's the first iPhone. The first iPhone is going to come out. We got to work out the kinks. But I feel like we're on brand and we're on our way to something that's going to be awesome.
Does anyone even really remember the first iPhone?
Nope.
First iPhone I remember is the 3GS.
Yeah, you had the 3GS when I had the Palm.
Yeah,
the Palm Pilot.
Yeah, your Palm Pilot. Oh yeah.
Oh man, phones back in the day were rough.
Yeah, it was tough.
Ooh man, but okay, so Hall of Fame. Be on the lookout, guys. Check social media for that. We're going to be dropping some things in the future here. We want to get as much crowd involvement as possible. So audio listeners, stream viewers, Mike Locke, you guys just all let us know your nominations. We'd like to hear some good ones. If we and it's purely subjective. This is wholly subjective based on the podcast. So I mean, it's our Hall of Fame of beer, but we do want the audience involved too. If we do choose you, we want a good defense of your beer for the Hall of Fame. We want to hear it. Come on the podcast or send us a message. Defend your choice.
Yeah. Dan.
Yes.
Top 5 favorite pizza toppings.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm a fan of Try and True pepperoni.
Okay.
I'm also a fan of pepperoni and sausage, though. I think both of those, like not at the same time, but I would say those are top 2 for me.
Dan, pepperoni and sausage for Dan, not like 2 dudes, not at the same time.
Not at the same time, no. Yeah. No, can't have that much meat at the same time, Tom. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, pepperoni and sausage. I would say I'm a fan of a little mushroom in there too.
Okay.
But top 5, man, you're making me spitball here now.
Mike Locke, cheers, buddy. Zima for life.
Zimasode coming soon, featuring Mike Locke.
Doesn't get much clearer than that.
Oh man, top 5. Pizza's tough for me because I love a ton of toppings. I love pizza as a whole, so you put it on a pizza, I'm gonna try it. So that is tough for me. But pepperoni and sausage, I will say.
Are you putting those as one category?
No, like pepperoni, sausage separately. I don't like pepperoni and sausage. It's either one or the other. Big fan of sliced meatballs. Have you ever had a sliced meatball on a pizza?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of the meats.
Dan's a big meat boy.
Big meat boy. It says episode 3.
So you went mushroom.
Yeah, I do like mushroom too. That's 4. And I will say my 5th one. Recently, I've been getting into it more and more as I've been trying good ones. Chicken bacon ranch.
Okay.
See a little CBR.
Yeah, chicken bacon ranch is a solid choice for a pizza. It has to be made well.
Has to be made well. So my boy Dank Musty's got his smoked meats on there. So he does smoked chicken thigh with smoked bacon and then a nice ranch drizzle spiral around it.
Nice.
Yeah, that. So you got a lot of the smoke in there, man. It's awesome. But I gotta say, it's reinvigorated my love for it, where I'm now choosing it at places where I'm like, oh, just a little CBR on the menu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a great staple. So for me, I'm not a huge meat on pizza guy.
Okay.
I would say mushroom is probably number 1 for me. Love a mushroom pizza.
Yeah, it's got a consistency to it when you bite into it. I don't know, something about it, man. It works well.
So I'm going mushroom.
Yeah.
Black olives.
Ooh, I do like black olive too.
Onions.
Sometimes, yeah.
chicken.
Chicken's good. Chicken's good.
And crumbled sausage.
I'm not a sliced sausage guy. I am also a crumble sausage guy as well. I'm a crumble boy.
So I like a supreme pizza. I do like a
Supreme's,
pizza.
yeah, Supreme's a go-to for me.
I'm not a big pepperoni guy.
Okay.
Never was. I was always sausage over pepperoni.
Okay.
I was just always a big sausage pizza guy.
Big sausage pizza. Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know. No, but I that's kind of like I remember when I was little and like my great grandmom taking me out, and we would always go to this pizza shop. And I just remember like the first time venturing away from just a cheese pizza and getting like I can almost like taste the
crumble sausage.
Yeah.
The crumble sausage.
Yeah. Like that crumbled sausage on the pizza. Like,
yeah, I was a huge fan of the crumble sausage. Do you remember, and it always sticks into my mind, the first time you got pizza from somewhere you weren't familiar with and they gave you the sliced sausage and you went, what the fuck is this garbage?
You were so much into sausage pizza and like, yes, exactly. You ordered from somewhere and you said, I just want sausage. And you got the sliced sausage. And you're like, God damn it. This sucks.
Yeah, exactly. There's no... I mean, I'll die on this hill. I mean, it's crumble sausage for life. I mean, if you want a sliced sausage, just get meatball. It tastes better.
Yeah. So crumbled sausage, I mean, mushroom, my normal, if I go toppings, it's always mushroom number one.
Yeah.
If I can mix it up a little bit, I will go mushroom, onion, black olive, throw some peppers on there, bell peppers.
Yeah.
Like a veggie pizza, like a supreme without the meat.
Yeah.
But those are the three. And then the chicken is just like there's so like barbecue chicken pizza is great, buffalo chicken pizza is great, CBR. It's just chicken is just
it's a universal protein that you can just throw on there.
It was like that was the chicken. It wasn't even a chicken bacon ranch. There was just in college, the local pizza shop did a chicken bacon pizza, and they just gave you a packet of Ken's ranch, and you just smothered that on it. And like that was like the
my arteries would close up nowadays if I did that.
But yeah, I mean, like the CBR is great. It's just chicken. Any chicken pizza is fantastic, and that I think is just that makes it like an all timer for me. It's just any chicken pizza.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Put it in front of me, I'll eat it.
Yeah. Oh, buffalo chicken is a great callback to that, man. That is still a pizza that I enjoy, but I'm also like apprehensive to get it unless I know the place has a good one, because it's on a ton of menus and not every place does a good one.
No, it has to the buffalo chicken has to have a good ratio of sauce and dressing.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes it's like, am I even getting any heat? Like it's just doused in like white sauce or like ranch and everything. Right. Like whether they're using a blue cheese for it or not, but it's doused to the point where it's just a dairy bomb in your stomach waiting to just go off.
And here's the thing, like I love blue cheese dressing.
So
love like having wings, the blue cheese dressing with the big chunks in it, scooping that out. If you put blue cheese crumbles on my buffalo chicken pizza, I'll go and burn your fucking building down. It doesn't belong on a pizza. I'm sorry.
Damn, saying it in the tracksuit makes it a little more.
I'll come to your place of business, and there might be an accident. I don't know. Who's to know? Who's to say?
You're gonna come in like Chris when he goes to the bakery and shoots the dude in the leg over fucking donuts.
But is that an outrageous thing to say? Like, blue cheese crumbles don't belong on a pizza.
No, because and then like they don't cook well.
No. Yeah. But even if you put it on afterwards, it's not great. It's not good. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't
too
go
sharp. It's too sharp with the pizza.
Exactly. It doesn't go well with like the sauce. It just it's not for that. I'm not a big ranch with buffalo guy. There are a few instances, but you got if you're doing a buffalo chicken pizza, you got to do ranch on there.
It's the unfortunate truth right there. It's the only time I will agree. It's the only time I think ranch is acceptable with buffalo, is on the pizza.
I will tell you, Dan, we don't have them around here. Okay. But I've gotten it on my way home from work. Wingstop Ranch.
Okay. Yeah.
Wingstop Ranch. Better than blue cheese.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what they do with their ranch. Unreal really? Stuff.
So I'm a buttermilk guy when it comes to ranch. I like that. I like a nice, like that, not sour, but like that. There's something about buttermilk that just gives it like a tang to ranch where it's like practically perfect. And I've had instances where I've had like other restaurants ranch where I went, this is real close to being a wing accoutrement.
Yeah. I might even think about next time I'm going to do wings. Next time I'm going to make wings, I might stop at Wishful Thinking and see if I can get
just give it a tub
ranch.
of it. Yeah. He has some of the best ranch, great beer, best ranch in the game.
Yeah, it's up there. I'd love to do a side by side with Wingstops. But I catch myself thinking about that ranch every once in a while.
I catch myself thinking about that pizza every once in a while. When you were like, "Hey, do you want to take home all?"
Say his name and he appears.
He appears. I gotta say that's hilarious. But I
did not even know he was in here.
I do find myself thinking about that pizza, and yeah, we have no idea who joins in on this, and it's awesome to see that Brennan was hanging out. But I have to say, yeah, his ranch and his pizza. When you said you weren't taking home your leftovers and you gave them to me, it was like Christmas morning. I ate that for like 3 days after that show.
I need to figure out the I need to make the initial stop on my way home from work.
The initial wing stop.
And Brendan, you're in here. Like, how well does the pizza travel? Like, can you kind of par cook the pizza where I can cook it more at home? Like, throw it in the oven for a little bit.
You never reheated one of his pizzas. It's practically perfect.
I gotta reheat. I feel like if I took that home and threw it in the air fryer, it'd be great.
I reheated his stuff in like the oven, just like, even if I didn't get to it in time, like bringing it home from Stickman.
Oh, I think it gets better with sometimes, you know what? Sometimes that's true. Like pasta, like if you do like a penne vodka or even like a mac and cheese, you give that time for like the flavors to really
soak into the noodles.
Really get into the noodles.
Tom, please don't do that ever again on this spot. Don't do it on the visual stream. You can do it in the audio, and okay, I'll describe it to people. But sometimes man, that was haunting.
You get the vodka sauce, and you just got to get it into the penne.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, now I know, because I didn't want to get Wishful Thinking pizza and then bastardize it by driving an hour home. And then you
eat it, it's a half and half, man. You got to eat it while you're there and take the rest home.
I think I gotta make that initial stop, like go after work and then make the trek home, and then just put that, like, get that muscle memory of making that drive. That might be okay. All right. I've got things are churning.
All right. Yeah. So we went from pizza toppings. We've circled around to ranch and buffalo, and we're landing back now with beer. We came full circle.
Yeah. We're out of time. We're running out of time, but the reason I named this episode what it was. Have you ever had Pizzaria honey mustard, Dan?
No. Is this a place or is this a recipe?
This is just, it's honey mustard. So if you go to any like pizza place, any pizzeria, and you order like chicken fingers, every pizzeria has the same honey mustard, and I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's from. It's all the same, but it is hands down the greatest honey mustard in the land.
I am just gonna say you spelled pizzeria wrong, but
I did spell pizzeria wrong.
Dude, I'm looking at him like, because I thought it was I thought it was just a restaurant called that, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But there is a pizza, there is a honey mustard. I will agree. It comes with the tendies. It's always good. You just gave me a mental callback to like a couple honey mustard chicken pizzas that I've had that have been also pretty damn good as well.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Where that tub comes from.
I don't know where you buy it. It's Chick-fil-A sauce doesn't even hold a candle to pizzeria honey mustard.
I agree. I mean, pizzeria honey mustard is next level. I feel like it comes from like a top secret facility where they're like milking it out of a space worm or something. Like what was that Futurama with the Slurm guy?
Yeah.
where like the Slurm soda was coming from was just this giant slug.
I don't care. I don't care what it is. It's like hot dogs. Like I don't care what it is. I don't care where it comes from. I need more of it. It's one of those things like I rarely get chicken fingers from a pizzeria, but when I do, it's the chicken fingers are just a vessel to get
whatever
that honey mustard into my gullet. It's one of those things where it's just the scoop it's just like I'm dipping the chicken fingers in the honey mustard like I'm a chip in the salsa. Like I'm scooping it up.
Oh man, I found myself doing that today. I got desperate for my lunch break and I reheated some of my daughter's dino nugget, like chicken nuggies. And I heated them. I was like, oh, I don't think I have any dipping sauces. I don't even think I have honey mustard. I was like looking through the fridge and I saw a couple packets of Chick-fil-A sauce in the butter kiosk, and went in there and went, you guys are gonna do. But I basically just used it to scoop up Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah. I mean, honey mustard, I think we've talked about it before on the podcast way back. Honey mustard is the superior.
It is a superior.
It's a superior condiment.
It is a superior condiment. I will say that. Top tier.
Chick-fil-A sauce, Ken's honey mustard. It's so good.
So that was the one that used to be at Wawa. Is it still at Wawa? Do they still use Ken's?
Oh, I don't even know.
Because they used to use Ken's honey mustard with the the chicken strips that you can get there.
Yeah.
I highly recommend if you're like looking for something late night and you don't want something to kill your stomach.
Yeah. If you're making a late night Wawa trip.
Yeah. If you're coming home from industry people, if you're coming home from a late night from the house, that 3-strip or even the 5-strip meal, depending on if you're hungry, but the 3-strip meal is great. You just get a little honey mustard. You can get their Ken's. It is Ken's because they have that bang bang sauce or whatever.
Okay.
So it is Ken's, but yeah, Ken's honey mustard with that. Ooh. Little scoop. You eat what? 3 strips, go to bed, stomach's fine.
I don't know. I always have a bottle of Ken's honey mustard in our fridge. I did try, it's really good. The Sweet Baby Ray's honey mustard. Fantastic.
Oh, I haven't had their honey mustard.
Sweet Baby Ray's does not miss in the sauce game.
I've been having their Big Mac sauce, though. Is really good on sliders. I did Kobe beef sliders with Sweet Baby Ray's Big Mac sauce.
Have yet to try that. I think that might be, I usually call back to Ken's when I make a smash burger.
Ken's Thousand Island.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Best Thousand Island in the game.
Okay, yeah.
Ken, I don't know what Ken's doing, but shout out Ken.
Space Slug. It's a space slug.
Space slug.
That base is coming. You just go into like a facility. It's just like an alien being milked there to make this. RFK is going to shut it down in a couple months. And he'll open it back up when the outbreak happens.
Well, without fail. Death taxes in this podcast of devolving into food talk. But yeah, we're out of time here.
Been Yeah. All in all, great beer to bring the episode in. Thank you, Human Robot, for making excellent beer. Thank you, Schilling, for collaborating with Human Robot on excellent beer. They're goats in the lager industry for us, in our opinion, and it was awesome to have a beer with both of their names on it. And I'm finishing on Schilling right now. I'm enjoying. It's a Lager Monday for me. Lager Monday.
Little Lager beer.
Yeah, Lager Mundi. What's Monday in German? Is it Mundefrüh?
Probably. Yeah. So thank everybody for joining in with us. We'll be back next week. Keep an eye out. We're gonna probably put something up about the craft beer or the Hall of Fame of beer. I don't know what we're gonna call it.
Stick to our socials, guys, at Best Friends Pod. That's on both Facebook and Instagram. If you're just listening or tuning into the podcast now, give us a follow. We'll have some stuff out on our social media talking about the Hall of Fame, maybe some hints as beers that we are going to be choosing for said nominations. But I think we're on the path to something fun here.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We will catch you next week with our first nominations for the Hall of Fame. Until then, we will see you next week.
See you.
All right. Audio is done.
Video
people, thank you for joining in. Brendan, Mike Locke, Andy, Dylan. Got a little Phil Bosco action in there too.
Heavy crowd tonight. Thanks a lot, guys.
Packed house. I'd like to say it's the everybody could sense that the tracksuit came out.
I was gonna say the South Philly Venom came out.
Yeah. The tracksuit brings all the boys to the yard. The stream yard. Brings all the boys to the stream yard.
I see what you did there.
But yeah, guys, thanks for hopping in and sticking with us. We'll be back next week every Monday night.
Every Monday, maybe. See you.
See ya, guys. All right.